Following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is Mick Shots.
Streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app.
Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
It is a Monday at 11 a.m., and you know what that means. It's time to come on in to the SWBC podcast studio. It's time for another edition of Mick Shots, and what a glorious Monday this is, because it's the month of March.
Yes, sir.
And we are basically 1 week away from the NFL's new league year. Hallelujah. We're putting a football team together on this edition of Mick Shots.
So I just want y'all to know it's my birthday month. The whole
All right,
month.
there you go.
Whole month. You know how we do.
Yes, we do.
The whole month belongs to me, bro.
But I've never made the announcement.
I just did. I just did. Open up the
It's
show.
always assumed,
Yeah,
right?
you better let it be known.
Is there a specific day, too?
The 21st.
Okay.
Don't bother yourself with that.
Okay.
That's a good one. Don't bother yourself with the actual date.
It's every day. All right. So.
Let's sing Happy
my
Birthday
God.
to Heckma.
Yeah.
But you have to do it every Monday. You have to do it every Monday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Boom.
Happy birthday to you. Bam.
Go. All right. Very good. Well, happy birthday to Heckma.
Appreciate it, man.
Happy birth month to Heckma.
Happy birthday.
month.
Yes, sir.
Took a whole month to get them
Yes,
out.
sir.
He had to
Absolutely.
get that announcement out. He was waiting until he got
Do y'all
set.
get any days off this month? It's going to be thanks to me if you do. No elections tomorrow, so if you take off for that,
yeah.
then hey, it's a part of it. It's part of the celebration.
There you go. All right.
God.
Did y'all know today is Texas Independence Day?
No.
No.
I learned that in Texas history
That's
class
cool.
in grade school, Brandenburg Elementary.
Right on.
Who'd you become independent from?
What was it? It was 1845.
Mexico.
Well, that's when they became
Mexico?
a state. I don't know. I didn't pay it. I just know that March
pretty sure
2nd
it
is
was them.
Texas Independence Day.
I took us off the rails right away. I'm sorry.
There you go.
No, you did good, man.
It's your fault, finally.
is. It is.
Finally, it's Heckma's fault. All right. Well, we got a lot to get caught up on.
Yeah, we do.
Everson came well prepared. He's got his cell phone in front of him and
Yeah, and it's
ready
not
to
even
go.
working.
And his
got
star shirt on.
He's got a Dallas
Yeah, I'm
Stars
really distracted,
over
bro.
on.
I'm thinking
right.
stars right now.
They're the hottest thing going right now in sports, with a franchise record tying 8 straight wins. They go for number 9 tonight. We had a scouting combine that is
we
now
did.
concluded. We've got
we
news
did.
breaking all across the league, which we will get to, and so much to get to. Mickey's got a full legal pad there.
He better.
Several pages.
Yes.
All right, very good.
Because I have seen a lot of people running, going side to side, going forward, backwards.
Oh, so you have actually tuned into the scouting combine. You've got some
I was like on the way to another channel.
on the way to basketball.
Right. On the way to the game. Oh, man.
Well, I watched the replay of the linebacker workouts.
Okay.
Okay. You think there's a need there?
A huge need. And I watched
That would be my category because I was looking at linebackers first.
I watched one 6'5", 244-pound linebacker
Probably have some video of him.
run 4.46
Oh, we gotta have a lot of video.
40.
Yeah.
Sonny Styles.
Sonny
Oh,
Styles,
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yes.
There's one problem with all that. That means that the Cowboys pick at number 12, and Sonny
Ain't
Styles
gonna make it.
probably just moved right on up into the top 10.
One thing I did see was a lot of people that could do just as well as he can.
Here's your guy,
Yeah.
Sonny Styles.
No,
We got
he-
video up right now.
I
Sonny Styles,
think this is
Ohio
just
State.
a talented group overall, especially in the linebacker position.
You know, I love it when I'm watching the combine and you see a guy that everybody's talking about go out and perform well. And you know, Sonny Styles, who obviously, I don't expect to make it to 12. If he does, he's clearly going to have to do something between now and draft night. But they also have Arvell Reese from Ohio State, who's another one of those linebackers that I think the Cowboys would be targeting. But also Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas.
Denton Ryan High School.
Come on. That's an alley-oop. Another one of those big
For him.
big body guy. But I would be shocked if Sonny Styles made it to 12.
Well, maybe all these mock drafts will re-mock after what he did at the Combine, because a lot of them had him going to the Cowboys at 12. And when you run a 4.46 40, you have a 43.5-inch vertical and a broad jump of 11.2 at that size. Oh, and then he can play on top of it. Right?
Yeah.
Team captain, that's always big in Bill's book. And the teammates voted him the guy to wear number 0 at Ohio State. I don't know what else you need to look for.
Listen to his interviews, too.
Yeah.
He is sharp.
I mean, real sharp. And so is Reese.
Yeah.
So at some point, they just need those teams ahead of them to draft
offense.
They need to draft another quarterback in the first. Jeremy Love looks like he's going to go in the top 10 after his workout. That's a good thing. Wide receivers and offensive tackles. Just push them down to the Cowboys.
Yeah, somebody's going to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to make a mistake.
We're going to come out well in this. I do believe it. We're going to come out well. It's a lot of talent, and that's not just coming from one position. Of course, I wanted the middle linebacker position to be solid. But, man, what's going on in the NFL these days is this, invasion of white cornerbacks, white DBs.
An invasion.
I was wondering when he used the word invasion. Where he was going.
No, I wasn't going there. Wow. Not there. But, man, I was impressed with that young man from Oregon.
Oh.
4.37?
4.35. Oh, by the way, we've got video of him.
Yeah. This kid here, man.
Dylan Thieneman.
I know.
He's listed as a safety, but he can play safety. He can play nickel linebacker at 4.35 with his measurables. I think he also has played some as a slot corner as well.
I bet he could. I bet he could. That's the kind of player I like. It doesn't have to be a cornerback. If you can cover the slot and you're a hell of a safety, I like that.
You know what's interesting about this whole conversation as you watch Dylan Thieneman here, who, by the way, he started his career at Purdue and then transferred to Oregon. He's 6 foot, 201 pounds, 4.35 40, and a 41 vertical, 10.5 broad jump, playmaker. Had 6 picks his first year as a starter at Purdue.
I love some interceptions.
And you know who he reminds me of?
Who was that?
Cooper DeJean.
Of course. Come on, he's white.
but you didn't stretch even his measurables.
Yeah. It wasn't much of a stretch.
6 foot. He's 6 foot 201. Cooper DeJean is 6 foot 198.
Uh-huh.
All right. He ran a 4.35. DeJean ran a 4.42. He had 16 bench reps for both of them.
No.
41 vertical for Thieneman, 38.5 vertical for DeJean.
That's up there, boy.
Yeah.
That's up there.
But where do you see
it's
this
almost
guy?
identical.
I mean, the numbers are crazy, but where do you see him going? I mean, as far as draft projections.
You know what?
Would he be one of the guys that you take a stab at in the first round, or would you wait till later?
What'd you say?
I would take a stab.
I would too.
I would take a stab.
As whoever, I don't know if it's Daniel Jeremiah or whoever on the broadcast said that he's a one-suit guy. Okay, when he ran his 4.35 40, That made him a one-suit guy. That means you're only wearing one suit to the draft. You don't need to pack two suits. You're not going to be available on the second day.
Yeah.
You're a first-round pick. He ensured it. And there's Jeremiah had him as his number 23 overall player.
Okay.
Prior to the combine.
So after those numbers, you're saying that he probably shot up that.
He moved up to 20.
Well, he moved up to 20, and there's a lot of speculation out there that he could go in the early teens.
Okay.
So number 12, he's in play.
Mm-hmm.
So I think really what happened, and I'm sure it's in Mickey's notes, is that when it comes down to where we are with the salary cap, we're at $301 million or so that has gone up to on the cap.
And 200 extra. 301.2.
Okay, and point two.
Every 100,000.
No, absolutely. In our case, for sure. And then you start to restructure. You start to hearing about restructuring contracts, and then you know where the Cowboys are as far as the guys that they got to maneuver money around to be able to attack free agency. My thought process, as we talked about linebackers, and as far as what we do, as far as what we need, is going to be what we do in free agency to me. And that starts in the next 6 days, I believe, is when free agency starts. So, look, linebacker is to me is right up there as number one. Safety is up there as well. So, I mean, addressing immediate needs. At 12 and 20, and this is my thought, guys. You got to get another defensive tackle because couldn't wait to get here to ask you about if we're going to go with a 3-4. You played in the 3-4 at the Giants, correct?
Yes.
So
Eric Howard was our guy over the center.
But schematically, that changes everything from where you were, and a lot of people I don't think understand what that means for the Cowboys when you have like guys like Osa, who everybody think is the odd man out at 6'3", 275, 280, whatever he is. That you need a bigger body in there, and Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams already fit the bill on that. How do you feel?
You know, I like Osa, of course, but you know when you're talking about those two names ahead of him, it's kind of hard to include him. But, you know, when you say odd man out, I mean, he could still be part of it.
That's right.
But we're going to need more than one first team. We're going to need a depth on this team.
Right.
Well, you got him. You got Solomon Thomas, who everybody forgets about. Those have got to be your three guys in the middle.
Right.
They can line up Osa farther out in that three-man front.
Well, and then how many snaps a game are you in the base
And
defense?
let me answer that for you, because I looked it up. They were almost in nickel 70% of the time. And if you're in nickel 70% of the time, you're playing a four-man front.
Going. The game is
right.
That's where the game is.
So I hear all this about the 3-4 front, but if that's your base defense, your teams are playing three wide almost as their base offense.
And still running the hell out of the ball.
Right.
Yes.
And so that goes back to that safety position. Can that guy go in the slot and play the run for me?
That's right.
I need Darren Woodson. If I'm using a first-round pick on a safety,
Jordan Lewis.
He's got to be Darren Woodson that can play safety but move into the slot, play the run, and cover Jerry Rice. I'm asking for a lot.
You are.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm just starting my studying on Dylan Thieneman, and I think he's your guy.
I do too.
And the other thing I saw on Thieneman, one mock draft, whatever they're worth, right? The Cowboys took whoever at 20. In that mock draft, the next 10 picks were guys the Cowboys aren't interested in. So there's a chance you could get that by moving down, because the next 10 picks were either offensive linemen, defensive tackles, wide receivers.
This is between 12 and 20?
20.
Yeah.
No, between 20 and
30.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so if that plays out, you could move down 4 or 5 spots, right, and still get your guy and pick up maybe a second or a third.
I'd keep an eye out because, you know, guys like that, they can slip and fall.
Right.
And next thing you know, they're somewhere else.
So you got to kind of let the thing play out. But when I saw – so the Cowboys last year, it was like almost 68% nickel, right? and they didn't have a nickel back. They had a first-year player who had not played in the nickel on a regular basis,
Right.
Reddy Stewart. He was fine. He'd be a nice depth guy, but I don't know that if I get a corner or a safety, that guy's got to play in the slot. And Jerry admitted in his hour-long deal with the media on Friday that if he had to do it over again, they overestimated what the loss or underestimated the loss of Jordan Lewis. And if he had to do
He would not have gotten out of the building.
yeah. And so that tells you what they're looking at the nickel. And as Christian Parker talked about that guy's got to be a guy that can play deep, a guy that can play in the slot, your nickel guy. He's got to be able to cover and play the run.
And if you recall, Jordan Lewis was in there doing good work when we had hardly no defensive linemen.
Yeah.
We had no linebacker.
Right.
I mean, and he was still he was not being protected by the defensive end. And here he is at the slot, still trying to cover and also set the edge along with that defensive end who wasn't doing his job most of the time. So Jordan Lewis was a guy, he was under duress he was accustomed to being under duress pretty much his entire last year here. And that's why they realized they lost something, because he thrived in that position. You saw him making plays when really others should have been making those plays. I'm hoping this kid can come in here, whoever it is, but this kid. I don't like going by all those numbers and all that crap. You know me, I'm not a 40 guy. You know, I'm more of a shuttle guy. You know, show me some quickness here and there. I'm not worried about bench press and all that. I want to see if you can play.
That's it.
I just saw him. I like to see kids that can play. Now, I thought the same thing about the young man from the smaller school last year. Maybe it was his competition, and he wasn't accustomed to that level of play. This guy's accustomed to the best football in the league, in the NCAAs. So coming up to and playing on this level shouldn't be that much of a change for him. He should be ready for that because he's been playing against these guys getting paid NIL money all this time anyway.
I want
To practice at Oregon. He's been
right, come on,
these guys.
The whole team.
Are you assuming that Caleb Downs is not going to make it past 10 then?
I don't know about
State
that.
safety.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Caleb. And that would be shocking. That would be another guy that would have to do something between now and the draft to fall below 10. I just look at a guy like Malik Muhammad from the University of Texas. Again, when we talk about, and I love what Christian Parker said when he talked about nickel corners. He's like a nickel corner is like the first guy that you pick in a basketball game because he's that dog. You know exactly what he's going to do. He has to play edge. He has to play linebacker. He has to do all of those things. So I'm looking for a guy that already has the mentality and the taste for what you're asking him to do. And I only bring up the point about defensive tackles, guys, and I'm not overlooking Solomon Thomas or any of those guys. The depth piece, as you just talked about, I think you have an opportunity to add that through the draft. Whether you do it at 12 or whether you do it at 20, that still has to be a position that you keep looking at because of, your lack of picks in certain areas, but also being able to add a big time player.
Well, and also the draft isn't just about this year. I mean, you got veteran guys on that defensive line, and so you need to have younger guys ready to step in.
We've avoided the elephant in the room because if you're playing a 3-4, who are your outside linebackers?
I don't know, but
Donovan Ezaraku, who's not going to be working out until training.
Yeah.
Somebody just had
He's not available until August.
Next.
Yeah.
Next.
No, you don't have a ton of depth there, and that's why. I mean, we hadn't said his name, but Ruben Bain, anybody? You know what I mean? There are guys that are there that may be there at 12, 14.
Oh, but he only has 31-inch arms.
I don't. You know
I
what?
heard about this, man.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I don't care. I don't. You know what? When I saw that, I said, "That is crazy." I don't care. I saw, like you just said, you just saw what you just saw right there on the screen.
I saw
now, they may say that guy has a one leg shorter than the other. I don't care, right? You just saw what you just saw, and you decided right there that, hey, that guy can play football.
Do they have a dimension? They have a dimension on motor?
Right.
Heart.
He's 8 cylinders.
And that's what I liked about what I saw. This kid he's in there ready to mix it up. As a safety, he's ready to mix it up at all times. Matter of fact, it seems like he likes to play run just as much as he plays pass as a safety. So I see that in him. I see that sixth man. I see that sixth man in him.
See, and then the other thing is cornerback too, right? Not safety, cornerback.
He can cover. He can cover.
And remember, the Cowboys have never, ever, only once, I think, drafted a safety in the first round.
Wow.
Roy Williams, right? They don't put a financial priority on that position.
And that's the trend. That's the trend in the whole NFL, though. Yeah.
So I'm thinking
cornerbacks are usually, and DBs, they're usually down.
So I'm thinking, okay, when the Cowboys were winning Super Bowls, who was their safeties?
Second round pick.
Cliff Harris.
Well, and
free agent.
That's right.
I'm not talking where they were drafted, but how good a player were they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Darren Woodson.
I understand.
Who should be in the Hall of Fame. Cliff Harris, who is in the Hall of Fame.
Charlie Waters. Best playoff safeties you ever had.
And then you go back to even to the 60s before they were winning Super Bowls with, Mel Renfro was playing corner and safety. Cornell Green would play. Yeah.
Another undrafted player.
Wow.
It just sucks that we can't talk about free agency on this show. It's just a lot of free agents with free agency coming up.
Wait till next week.
Yeah, I know.
Well, to your point,
because a lot of those guys might get signed before free agency starts too.
Wow.
Do we have anybody here? Do you know something?
No, but I'm just saying.
All right, okay.
Some of these guys could get re-signed.
Sometimes you hold stuff in your back pocket. Just checking.
Or be a cap casualty. Could be some of that too.
Yeah.
That's going on around the league right now.
Yes, it is.
There's trades going on around
tomorrow
the league right now.
Franchise deadline?
Franchise tag deadline is tomorrow.
Oh,
and let's see what are the Cowboys doing with their franchise tag. Let's talk about that when we come back here on Mick Shots.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
We've all been there. You hold onto a coupon, hoping to cash it in at the store, but then you forget about it. And suddenly you've got a mountain of useless expired coupons.
Do you think this one's still good? Free milk.
Oh, mate, that expired in 1993.
Dang it.
Fortunately, there are better ways to save money, like by switching to Geico. You could save about $900 on car insurance without ever touching a coupon.
Ooh, how about this one? Half off floppy disks.
Now, you should try a bit of spring cleaning.
It feels good to save big. It feels good to Geico.
Back to Mick Shots.
Go, Bill.
Oh, here we are. We're back with more Mick Shots.
Relishing his
That's right. All right, we got to pull back the curtain. Everson was sitting here talking about Everson on his notepad, which is his iPhone, and he's what he does. We now know what Everson does in his spare time.
No,
Going back to his glory days.
He just says He's looking at his phone and says, man, I forget some of these interceptions
People
that I had.
send me these things. They send me. I don't go looking. They send me these things.
He gets on YouTube and just starts searching Everson Walls interception.
They got this one website. It's Giants people. They're like, send me stuff. Like, man, I forgot about that interception. I was talking trash, too.
So he says that, and I said, oh, I still remember the one interception of my career.
In the fourth grade.
It was in the fourth grade. Bill Banowski threw an out route, and I jumped it and went 20 yards for a touchdown.
He jumped around.
First of all,
Bill, at any age, jumping around.
First of all, it was a duck. I can tell you right now. the ball fluttered as a duck. All right? He didn't jump
and
it.
The receiver probably.
Yeah.
Then by the time Bill reacted, oh, there it is. Okay.
For me to get there,
it was a hot air balloon. That's what he jumped
right. So I know exactly how you feel, Everson.
All right, man. Back to business, Spags. Go ahead, Spags. What we doing? Back to business.
Hear about my one quarterback pressure?
Yes. Oh. What grade were you in?
Sophomore.
Sophomore.
I blitzed.
Oh,
wow!
You play ball as a
slot
sophomore?
corner. He was the slot corner. He came off.
Oh, the game was over.
The game was over.
He came off the edge.
I came off the edge.
Well, you supposed to.
And I was.
Okay.
And I got one step away from the guy that was like twice as big as me, and I'm going, what if I hit him and he doesn't go down?
That's how slow you.
Boy, that's how much confidence you had.
He had enough time to think, have a whole thought. Man.
And he got rid of the ball, thank God.
Thank God. You probably slowed up, like, man, please throw it. Please throw it.
What happens?
Oh, man. Anyway, can we?
All right, it's back to business.
All right.
Franchise
let's
tag.
talk franchise tag.
Well, that was inevitable, right? With George Pickens.
Yeah.
And because the cap wasn't as high as some projected, the franchise tag went from $28 million to $27.3.
And so it's not done deal. Is it done?
They tagged him.
They've tagged him. He hasn't signed it.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't signed it.
And what's the word on the streets on how's he feeling about this?
The word from the Joneses is he feels great about it, right?
Yeah, 27.3 guaranteed 1 year. Now, you'd rather have all that money in a signing bonus, right?
Of course you would.
Because you get it today instead of having to work 18 weeks for it.
And if you get hurt, you
have a hard time marketing yourself the next year.
And that's why players are always doing what players do.
Well, the question I have for you, because I know you have a bead on this, is the difference between what the front office offered him as a franchise tag. That there's the exclusive and the non-exclusive.
Non-exclusive.
Okay, so please break down the difference between exclusive and non-exclusive.
Exclusive teams don't have a right to negotiate a contract offer. Non-exclusive is you can sign a guy to a contract offer, and the Cowboys have a right of first refusal.
You mean other team on an exclusive one? Other teams can't. He's off limits to
He's
other
off
teams.
limits, right? And if you don't match the offer, then they have to pay you 2 first-round picks. Mm-hmm. And so it has to be this year. So I looked at the draft, and there's only 2 teams that have 2 first-round picks, the Jets and the Browns. Mm-hmm. The Browns aren't going to pay that much for I bet not that much for a wide receiver. The Jets, who knows? But you have to give up the second pick in the first round if you're the Jets.
Hey,
so you would have to want this guy awfully bad. And to offer him a contract the Cowboys wouldn't match. So we'll see where this goes. They're hoping, they haven't heard yet, if he'll attend the off-season stuff. Mm-hmm. But Jerry said a really interesting thing about guaranteeing him that much money. He said, we're sold on his ability to be part of a team. Play not only for the good of the team, meaning also for the good of the team. He's an outstanding teammate, and all of that is why we decided to pay him what we're paying him. So do you think that is an overture of why they didn't pay Micah Parsons what they were asking for?
Interesting.
Because this guy's a good teammate. He will play for the good of the team.
Well, one thing that you did see in these last off seasons, you had a problem with Diggs participating. There was the talk of separation from the team, all of that. The body language is bad. The visual was bad. These are things that come out after this whole thing went down with Parsons. But you do see just the opposite with Pickens. You see a guy that was here early, get involved with CeeDee Lamb. Matter of fact, he kind of made it easier for CeeDee Lamb to make that little transition that he was making from the Green Bay game, blaming, others for things, and then all of a sudden here comes Pickens, and these guys are like brothers.
Yeah.
They're having a good time out there on the field, and that's all good in practice. But if that doesn't translate to the game, then I don't care. That translated to good teammates in the game as well. And I think that's what makes Jerry feel a little bit more comfortable about signing this guy, because he sees how well he blends with the entire team. I don't ever see him. We have one little instance that probably was overblown. Otherwise, I have only seen him be positive about everything that he did with the Cowboys, good or bad. He turned it into something positive this season. So, and he could have given up with the way the defense was playing.
Yeah.
They could have, everything could have gone to hell. Nobody cares about this or that. We keep scoring, we keep giving up. They keep scoring, we keep scoring. They didn't get frustrated as a unit, and they stayed together as a unit. Pickens had a lot to do with that. Of course, Dak had something to do with it, but Pickens was one of those reasons that it made that whole transition smooth.
And he answered the questions correctly, right? I'm assuming he felt that way, but at least he answered the questions correctly. And
he seems to know where he is right now.
Well, think about it.
This team.
He's playing with the best quarterback he's ever had in his career. He's playing with the best co-wide receiver he's ever had in his year. I think he understands the situation he's in.
And I'm sure that's how Jerry and the front office is looking at it as well, just what you said.
Right. And I'm sure they would like to sign him to a long-term deal to lower his base salary, right? And prorate the signing bonus over the length of the contract. Javonte Williams, they finally came out with the numbers on his contract. His salary cap hit for this year is not even $4 million a year. It's 3.8. The way they structured the contract with the signing bonus and guaranteed money. So the franchise tag for a running back was $14 million. He's counting 3.8 this year. So they would love to do that with his contract, meaning Pickens.
Yes.
Right? Instead of counting all $27 million. And that's one of the reasons why they've got to restructure contracts before March 11th, because they can't fit him under the salary cap today.
Do you believe that Dak Prescott should have any input in this conversation at all?
Meaning he wants him?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he's already said it.
Yes.
He said it multiple times.
Okay.
So, yeah, they understand.
To me, that should hold a lot of weight.
And I liked what Schottenheimer answered the question at the Combine about, okay, we were pretty good on offense, but that doesn't mean we need to sit still. We still got to get better.
Right. Yeah.
Well, you're not going to get better if Pickens ain't on that
right.
team. And I don't care who you draft.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate then for this reason only, because there's a lot that's been made of Jerry's relationship with David Mulugeta, the agent that was also Micah's agent as well. And I thought it was interesting in the breakdown between the franchise tag that he received. He could have gotten the non-exclusive, where all he's gonna be talking to Jerry and Jerry only. Teams don't have an opportunity to talk to him. But the front office did him a solid. And hey, David Mulugeta, super agent. Go out there and show us what his value is. So that's not Jerry negotiating with him. That's saying, hey, look, we can cut between all of this. Right. You go prove what his value is. And so if a team like the Jets, if they say, hey, we're going to offer you $40 million, and the Cowboys, fine, and then you get the compensatory picks to come from that. Now that's changing the whole complexity of what you look like on draft night, right? And so love the player. You know how I feel about George. Love him to death, right? And I believe that he is an apex. He's one of the best in the league. Wow, what he did for our offense. But what did it do to further, you have to build up, you have to get better players. Mm-hmm. We've been talking about that this all season, right? So to me, I thought it was a chess move. I don't know how you guys felt about it. When I saw that, I said to myself, wow, that's just Jerry saying, look, go prove it. Go get his – you don't have to get that from me. Right. You can go get it from someone else. That's what I took from
But
that
it
franchise.
Also saves money. The exclusive tag's a lot more.
Yeah.
Right? So – I don't know how much more, but I bet another $5 million or $6 million.
So 30 it went from.
It'd be from 27. It'd be in the 30s.
30s. Okay.
Yeah. So, and he answered the question in his hour-long bus dissertation about I've never talked to the guy, but I don't see any reason why I can't. And
he never talked to the guy.
He said he hadn't talked to him.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Right?
I mean, this guy's an agent for everybody.
We just lost the guy. He said he never talked to him?
Come on, man. I mean, just reading in between the lines on it. And again, I firmly believe that you do everything that you possibly can to keep George Pickens on this team.
Oh, no doubt.
But if any team out there is going to give you 2 first-round picks, and I know that's negotiable as well.
Would you like 4 first-round picks?
I would love.
I was going to say.
Mickey, I would
listen.
Let me tell you personally.
It gives me pause.
I would love.
My wide receiver, my safety, my cornerback, and the defensive end.
I mean, it goes back to, everybody's made so much of the Herschel
and
Walker
all of them
trade.
would have one suit, right, Bill?
That's right. Yeah. So one suit guys.
One suit guys.
Yeah. So, a move like that, if a team is willing, and you know how the NFL is, everybody, as you talked about, going, 5 wide, and they want to be explosive. A guy like that really changes the dynamic of your team overnight. We saw exactly what he did for us after coming off of those years where we didn't have a proven number 2 or 3 wide receiver. He steps right in, and now we're saying, wow, this is 1A and 1AA between him and CD. So, man, this is interesting.
All of that offseason work, when they came in, when it was game time, looked like they've been working together for 3 years because of the offseason work that they did.
So I saw it was Mel Kiper mock draft. I think it was his first one. At number 12, he had the Cowboys taken the cornerback from LSU, Delaney.
Uh-huh.
And then at 20, the defensive end from Miami, Mesidor.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm good. I still would have to do some work in free agency at linebacker. They're talking about Overshown playing one of the linebacker inside spots. Well, I need the other guy, right? Because I don't have a candidate there. I need somebody.
You got to have another linebacker,
right? If you're going to play that middle, 2 middle guys, 3-4 are awfully important.
I remember in New York we had even when Gary Reasons went down, and Gary, hell of a player, straight out of
Crowley, Texas.
There you go. He has his own stadium named after him, by the way, in Crowley. Yeah. He got hurt, and, Gary doesn't like sitting on the bench. But here we come with Steve Diassi and Pepper Johnson, the 2 inside guys. On a good day, you catch them after a weekend, they could be up to 275 pounds.
After a weekend.
You know how Diassi was. Pepper was just a dark-skinned Diassi. That's all he was. Those guys would burst the bubble. There's a bubble there, and they would burst that bubble. The guards had nothing. I was bored back there in the back at safety. I was bored. One time Bill called me, hey, man, you got to do something. I got nothing to do because they're stopping everything up front. I need some guys like that. Low center of gravity, You know what I'm saying? I don't need any guys that all look good and they got a waistline. No, I want some guys in there that are heavy loads that can burst that bubble and can also play pass and be agile.
Diassi was like a dump truck.
There you go. There you go. Gary had a hard time getting his position back because Diassi did such a good job with Belichick at that moment for, I think it was like a 4-game stretch. So, yeah, you can have all kinds of guys playing in there, and you'd be surprised if the system is there, you'd be surprised at how well they play.
On the one clarification on the exclusive versus non-exclusive franchise tag and what the money is, and it's the non-exclusive franchise tag that Pickens has. That is an average of the top 5 salaries at that position over the last 5 years. The exclusive franchise tag is the average of the top 5 salaries at that position this year.
Currently.
Yeah, currently. So that's why
take it from 27 to 32 million.
Yeah, so it's a sizable difference in what his salary would be for this year. Maris Leofau's switching positions. You asked earlier in the show about the
he's almost like the forgotten man in all of
this. Depth at edge rusher. Well, we mentioned Ezaraku, and there's Leofau also. So there we got 2.
Wow.
And he's never played that position before.
Right. So, yeah.
I'm with you on that one, Spags. I'm like,
there
you got suck your teeth on that one.
There is a need.
You got to be able, I mean, okay, then where's my DeMarcus Ware? Because when they drafted him, they transitioned
number 11 overall. They're picking number 12.
And
you need to get that top edge rusher there.
They found the guy that came in at whatever he was, 6'5", 240 something, that could play the run outside, because that guy's got to play the run in a 3-4, but he also has to transition to be a pass rusher, or sometimes, and I always hated when they did this, they dropped that guy into coverage. You know, and my thing on Ware was, I don't want him going backwards. I want him going forward, right?
Did he ever make a play like that?
But that guy then has to play.
I don't know if he ever made a play in that.
Yeah, does he intercept a pass? No. But that guy then has to transition, if you're going nickel, to be an outside defensive end pass rusher. So you got to be capable and willing, by the way, to play the run. Right?
So do we defensively, do the linebackers go with the strength, or do they just stay on each side? I'm not sure how they do that.
You can, I think.
With in New York, we always had Banks over the tight end, and LT always.
And you can flip them,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, but we never
flipped them.
We never flipped them.
But you didn't.
I mean, we went with the strength, wherever the strength was.
Yeah.
So if he's if the tight end comes here, then here comes Banks over here, and LT's got work to do on the other side.
Well, we haven't seen any of that.
But I mean, the philosophy itself, do they stay on each side, or do they?
What I'm saying,
strong side, weak side.
We haven't seen, but yeah, I think you could do that. They flip
because you want if a guy's accustomed to playing over that tight end in a 3-4,
right?
Then go ahead and go with the tight end.
And basically, based off of what you just said, Mickey, maybe that's the reason why they haven't re-signed Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, I'm sure, because they got to figure out, can they sign him as a pass rush specialist that I put him out there on the nickel? But you're not going to pay premium for that, right? But again, he led you in sacks with 8.5, and had he not got those 3 in the final game, he was stuck there with Houston, leading the team with 5.5 sacks. The Cowboys, since '82, when sacks became an official stat in the NFL, the leader in sacks always had at least 6. This was going to be 5.5 for the first time in 43 years.
You just added someone else to the depth chart at edge rusher. James Houston's still on this roster,
yes,
too.
He is.
5.5 sacks.
He can't play the run, in my opinion.
No.
He's only 6 foot tall.
The stats show that
short arms too.
6 foot, short arms, short legs.
That's the thing.
He's doing everything against the guy. Come on, man.
Bad knee.
Bad hip.
They've got to find that guy, right? And funny thing was, so on Tuesday they had their annual Black History Month luncheon. And Ware was one of the guests that they had on the podium.
And he announced he's coming out of retirement.
Yeah, he looked like he could, right? We were talking, and he was talking about effort. Like when I was that young or in the draft process, I wanted to make sure my body was in the picture. Like if they were evaluating a quarterback, when they picked that tape up, I wanted them to see me chasing them, right? And I said, well, here's my memory of you in the Senior Bowl when I went that year. And I asked somebody, who should I keep an eye on? DeMarcus Ware and
Sean Merriman.
Thank you. And I said, I remember this one play when you were lined up on the left side. And he goes, oh, when I was on the left side and I ran all the way to the right sideline to make the tackle, he still remembered it all these years. I go, yeah, exactly. I said, when I saw that, I want that guy on my team because he could play the run willingly, right? Unlike another defensive end here. And he could also rush the quarterback.
So it's not going to be like you, Everson.
And that just happened to be the year Bill and I got that number 11 pick right.
That's right. We got that right. We got the Marcus Spears pick right, too.
And the right order.
That's right.
Well, here's what I want to know. Maybe we can save this
for the next segment.
Tease it.
What's up with your boy, man?
What's up with your boy? That next here on Mick Shots.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your package today.
We all do it. You keep singing the wrong lyrics to a song, even though you know they're wrong. You stick with them.
So, what you're saying is, it's I love you, babe, and not lasagna, babe?
Reminds me of how people might be sticking with the wrong insurers. But switching to Geico can get you the right coverage for the right price.
Oh, man. This whole time, I thought Fire in My Heart was referencing the heartburn from the lasagna.
I hate to break it to you, mate.
It feels good to get it right. It feels good to Geico.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Back to Mick Shots.
Welcome back to What's Up With Your Boys. That's where we left off. Everson asked Mickey, what's up with your boy?
You know, we had a player on this team that was doing some amazing things last year. And now he's trying to get paid. And he is holding the Cowboys hostage.
Who is?
The kicker.
Oh.
That's a good one. What's up with your boy?
Man. What's up with your boy,
hey,
man? This is your boy.
We got to make that a segment. What's up with your boy? Flip that. throw out a name.
Said,
what did Jerry say?
44 minutes into the deal that we've got a good offer on the table for him.
The offer on the table to him would make him the highest paid kicker in the history
Correct.
of the league.
And he said that ain't enough.
Well,
that's what
he said he didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
And his wife said that he didn't say that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wives are getting involved. This is
because somebody reported he wanted $10 million.
Yes.
Well, if I'm the agent, I'm asking for 10, and I might settle for 8. Right? I'm not asking for 7. And they go, okay, that's good.
No, but the offer was already out there, and they're like, nah, according to
they want 10.
Media.
Yeah.
That's when you know you have leverage. When you can go into a negotiation and ask for the moon, okay, you've got leverage. And Aubrey's got leverage.
And now, he's got other people fighting for him. He doesn't even have to speak up. Others are fighting for him.
They can tender him as a restricted free agent. At the first round, you get back if you don't match the offer, or a second round. The first round is $8 million a year, 1 year, and the second round is $5.7 million. But you got to play for it.
Yeah.
You don't get that as a signing bonus. So, if they sign him to a 3-year, $20-some million contract, he's going to get 10 right up front, right? Today, in the bank, or whatever you do with it, right? So I don't know that it's
second-round tender or first-round tender then?
I don't know that I would chance the second round because I don't think a team's going to give up $8 million and a first-round draft choice for a kicker.
Well, this is a kicker who was almost the MVP of this team.
I understand. Yeah.
I don't think.
But if you're running your salary cap, would you do it?
He was automatic.
A first-round pick.
He was automatic.
Right.
At one point, we were like, okay, all we got to do is get to here, and we're good. I don't think we've ever been in that position before. I don't know many teams that had that. Maybe Baltimore had it. Maybe Ravens had it with
Tucker.
Tucker, maybe.
I think
Vinatieri.
The top guy is $6.7 million.
Closer in. I thought he was, but this guy was kicking from deep.
Yeah.
I don't know about Vinatieri kicking from that far deep. He was true, but I don't know if he was kicking.
Isn't he about to get a gold jacket?
Probably.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Not complaining about it. Not talking about it.
Like,
in comparison to that, no.
Yeah.
He did it his way.
And Aubrey's got to figure, if he stays here, right, you're guaranteed 8 to 9 games a year indoors, regardless of who you're playing. Kicking indoors make a difference.
So, I mean, you asked the question, if you have the pen in your hand and you can sign that, are you signing it? So because to me, everything that you're saying is the guy gives you peace of mind.
Yes.
He gives you and what would you do for your peace? What's the price tag on your peace of mind?
What's the price tag on your alternative?
I don't even want to know. We've already been there. 5 years ago, was it Greg the Leg? You want to take it? You want to go down that rabbit hole? We could go back to that when every 39-yard field goal was an event. You were sacrificing goats.
Shut up, man.
You know it. You guys were so upset at the kicker. That's all we were talking about, and we finally got a kicker.
I recall, I forget the name. He lined up at 64 yards. My business partner was in the stadium. He hates the Cowboys. He said it sent chills up his spine when he hit that kick.
Yeah.
That was routine for him last year.
They'll get it worked out.
You got it.
And they're dealing with Todd France, who they've done business with before, with Dak's contract.
Peace of mind. That's when you said
peace of mind.
He give me peace of mind.
PAT. Everybody gets up and go get a beer. It's not an event anymore.
A 58-yarder, we're like,
you need something? Yeah. Gotta go get it.
And in training camp, I don't have to chart every.
Thank the Lord. Thank God. We got Mickey out there throwing blades of grass up in there. Come on, bro. No. Come on.
So you like the Lions running back situation?
Love.
Hell yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
Montgomery wants out.
They are set. Well, we've got a trade.
They traded Montgomery?
The Houston Texans are getting running back David Montgomery. The Lions are getting a 4th-round pick, a 7th-round pick, and offensive lineman Juice Scruggs.
Mm-hmm. Is he a starter?
He can be.
Wow. You know what? They broke up a dynamic duo, and I'll tell you what, David knew that Jameer was about to get paid, and he's going to get broke off. And Dave, I don't know what David Montgomery's contract was, but it's going to pale in comparison to the one that the one that Jahmyr Gibbs is.
I don't care what David did, which he's a hell of a running back. Yeah. We know this. But when you saw Gibbs at the end of the season, you knew Montgomery, he could see the writing on the wall. Yeah. Like, man, this dude he
could do it. He don't need me. Yeah. Thunder and lightning, all they need is lightning.
Right.
And by the way, they do have a salary cap. Maybe couldn't afford both running backs.
Yeah, Montgomery knew. He could see the writing on the wall.
And the other part of it, and by the way, Montgomery this year is his base salary is $5.5 million. Cap number was $6 million.
That's not bad.
So
they're good for itself.
It was a 3-year, $18 million deal that he signed with them.
Nice.
So,
and Brandon,
but it also tells you. It also tells you, and with them getting a fourth, okay, they're going to replace him with a running back in the draft. So you have to think that way with the Lions. It's not like that they are just going to exclusively give the ball to Gibbs all the time. There's going to be a second back that's going to be involved.
Who Houston running backs? Who are they?
Well, it's Joe Mixon, and he was hurt all year. Okay. So that was a real problem for C.J. Stroud and that
in the playoffs
Texans
they needed
offense. And they also traded their right tackle Titus Howard today to Cleveland for a 5th round pick.
Speaking, we were just talking about kickers. Do you think that coach for? I'm like, do you think the coach for Houston would have liked the kicker this year? You know how many all the coaches that got fired, if they had a Brandon Aubrey, 5 of them probably would still have their jobs.
Peace of mind.
If they had Brandon Aubrey. What an insurance policy he is. God, I don't know. I brought that back to Houston and them and a lot of guys saving their jobs with a
Ravens.
Yes.
The rookie Tyler Loop.
I'm just saying, man, that what he has given us is crazy. 88% of his career.
Another example. Yep.
Work it out, please.
All right, what else you got in that legal pad in our last
few
minutes?
I've watched too many kicking tryouts.
That's the last thing we need here.
Don't need to do it.
That's the last thing we need here.
I remember the one in San Antonio, if I remember correctly. San Antonio?
Okay, just go with it.
They went. Maybe that's when.
Whenever it was.
When Dan Bailey, they went with Dan Bailey.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Chris Bonio was.
Love me some Dan Bailey, man.
The special teams coach.
Yeah.
And they brought in all these veterans to work out in the Alamo Dome. And we're watching them all, right? And it's like, well, this is the only guy that's making it, but he's a raw rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And Bonio put himself on the line, and he and D. Camillus were like, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Well, and I recall.
He was exciting. He was good.
I recall with Dan Bailey, he was really good in training camp, and then we got back to Arlington.
Right.
And it was a practice at AT&T Stadium, and all of a sudden, Dan Bailey was pushing the kicks right, and we're looking at each other going, oh, do they have their kicker or not here? Well, turns out they did have their kicker.
I think he missed.
He had one bad day in practice.
He missed his first kick. It might have been an extra point or something. And after that, he was.
His form was extremely unique. But the way he kicked it, it's like after he left his foot, it's like he could just draw it in. You know, he didn't seem like he put much effort into his form at all. Looking at it from the outside, kickers all have their own styles. He had a unique style that you could actually see that was different from the other kickers.
Fossil said that about Aubrey, that, you know, most kickers, their technique has to be perfect, the same every way. And if they miss or something, they start tinkering. And they said with Aubrey, it's almost like he's used to kicking the ball in soccer because you're not used to technique on every kick. It's kind of on the move.
Oh, yeah.
And he said if he hits a bad one, he doesn't sit there and go, okay, I got to change this or I got to change that. He said he was special.
Dan Bailey was special.
And Bailey was special. Bonio was special.
Yeah.
I remember Bonio, he had his good years, and free agency hit, and Philadelphia was offering money a signing bonus. And Steve Hoffman, the kicking coach, said, well, you got to go. And he goes, yeah, but I really don't want to. He goes, you're a kicker, and they're giving you signing bonus. They don't give kickers signing bonus. He went, and I think he lasted a year or two kicking outdoors in Philly.
It's Philly.
And
that's what happens.
His career went straight down.
Somebody tried to tell him.
They tried.
They tried to tell him. Hey, that's Siberia.
But he made his money, and he unearthed Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys.
Okay, so that does it for this week. You know what happens next week at 11 a.m.?
Free agency homework. We're bringing the homework to the table.
That's when the legal tampering period begins?
On
Monday, next Monday.
The
Veterans free agency?
Yeah, on free agency. It starts. Yeah,
right?
which is next Monday.
Yeah.
At 11 a.m. Start of this show. What a show we are going to have. We are going to be breaking news left and right.
Real time.
This guy has agreed to terms with that guy, that team. Man, it's going to be so much fun. It's finally
we should
here.
go like an hour and a half instead of this one.
Although don't bet your money that those reports are accurate.
Well, we're going to go.
As far as we're concerned, it's going to be part of our show.
That's right.
Don't forget the birthday cupcakes next week.
Oh,
there you go.
Birthday month, guys. Birthday
Get
month.
it right. Get it right.
We don't even know the day. We don't even know the day.
Happy birth month to
Happy
Heckma.
birth month to Heckma.
And we'll see you again next Monday at 11.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!